Good morning, children. Class 8, subject chemistry. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 9, carbon and its compounds. So, in this chapter, we are going to learn the following topics: amorphous forms of carbon, charcoal, coal, soot, gas carbon, and coke. So, these are the topics today we are going to learn. One by one, now we are going to learn amorphous forms of carbon. Already we have discussed the topic, yes. Amorphous forms of carbon, they do not have definite geometric shape. Therefore, they do not have sharp edges and plane surfaces. So, due to this, they do not have a sharp melting point. It may vary and they are very less rigid in nature. And these are the few examples of amorphous forms of carbon. Number 1, charcoal. Number 2, coal. Number 3, soot. Number 4, carbon, gas carbon. Number 5, coke. So let me discuss one by one. First one, charcoal. So charcoal is generally black in color. They are soft and porous solid. Porous is nothing but they contains many tiny holes. You cannot able to see that holes. So tiny holes are there in it. And it is formed when organic substances such as wood, bone and sugar are heated strongly in the absence of air. So it is very important. So strongly we want to heat, and in the absence of air, if we heat wood, bones and sugar, we get charcoal. So if we heat wood, we get wood charcoal. If we heat bones, we get bone charcoal. And if we heat sugar, we get sugar charcoal. So based on the what kind of substance we are heating, we get the consecutive charcoal. Wood charcoal, bone charcoal and sugar charcoal. So let us discuss one by one. Wood charcoal. So it is black, soft and porous solid. It is a bad conductor of heat and electricity. So in the presence of air, it produces carbon dioxide. So if you heat wood charcoal in the presence of air, it produces carbon dioxide. If we supply some limited amount of air, it produces carbon monoxide. And in the presence of steam, wood charcoal produces carbon monoxide along with water, which is called as water gas. So water gas is formed when wood charcoal is in presence of with steam. So when it reacts with steam, it produces carbon monoxide and water. So it is called as water gas. And it has a special property that it exhibits the property of adsorption. So adsorption is nothing but it forms a layer. So a layer will be formed on one substance. So absorption is nothing but உறிஞ்சிறது. Absorption உறிஞ்சிறது. Adsorption ஒரு ஒன்று மேல ஒன்று அப்படியே பரப்புதல். So a layer is formed on one substance. Wood charcoal மேல ஒரு layer வந்து form ஆகும். So it has the property of adsorption. And wood charcoal is used in many places. So it is usually used as a fuel for ignition. So எந்த ஒரு பொருளையும் பற்ற வைக்கிறதுக்கு we need some fire, heat energy வேணும். So wood charcoal acts as a fuel for ignition. And it is also used in gas masks to absorb the poisonous gases. So when some people are working under the mines, so சுரங்கத்துலலாம் வேலை பார்க்கும்போது some poisonous gases will be evolved. So it will be absorbed with the help of a wood charcoal. So in gas mask, wood charcoal is used to absorb poisonous gases. And it is also used for the purification of water. And it is used as a reducing agent. So what is a reducing agent? Reducing agent gives hydrogen or it removes oxygen. The substance which supplies hydrogen or which removes oxygen is a reducing agent. So wood charcoal acts as a reducing agent. Next we will discuss about bone charcoal. So how bone charcoal is formed. So it is produced by heating bones in the absence of air. In the absence of air, if we heat the bone, we get bone charcoal. So it absorbs coloring matter from liquids. So liquids la irukkudiya color enna pannu bone charcoal absorb பண்ணிக்கும். So it has a special property of absorbing coloring matter, especially the coloring matter in the liquids. So that's why it is used in sugar industry. So generally cane sugar has some color, maybe grayish green or yellowish green color. So that color was absorbed with the help of bone charcoal. So that's why we get white sugar. and it is also used in the purification of organic compounds. So these are the some of the uses of bone charcoal. Sugar charcoal, so it is obtained from dehydration of cane sugar with concentrated sulfuric acid. So dehydration is nothing but removal of water. So we have taken cane sugar and it is treated with concentrated hydrochloric acid. Dehydration process is taking place. That means water is removed from cane sugar. So it is one of the pure form of carbon. So the formula of cane sugar is C12H22O11. So dehydration is taking place. That means water is removed from cane sugar. 11H2O is removed. The remaining is only 12 carbon. So this is sugar charcoal. So it is especially used for obtaining metals from their oxides. Already I told you charcoal acts as a reducing agent. That means it removes oxygen, so that it is used for obtaining metals from their oxides. Metal oxides layer in the oxides are removed pannirum. Then we can easily extract the metals from its ore. So these are the examples of sugar charcoal. So next we will discuss about coal. So coal is a fossil fuel. So it is a naturally occurring substance. So it was formed when dead plants were buried under high pressure and temperature. So due to some natural calamities, millions of trees or some places will be buried under soil. So due to under high pressure and temperature, it will be converted into coal, but it takes a very long time, maybe of 300 million years. And this slow process is called as carbonization. The process is very, very slow and the process is called as carbonization. So from the process of carbonization, coal is formed. And if we distillation process is going on, that is the destructive distillation of coal, produces many byproducts. So destructive distillation is nothing but heating a substance strongly in the absence of air. So that is destructive distillation. So if we heat the coal in the absence of air, it produces many products. So some of the products I have given here: coke, coal tar, soot and coal gas. So now we will discuss about coal and its byproducts one by one. So coal, types of coal. So this is dead plants was buried under the soil. So what happens after a time? The dead plants get decomposed. So decomposition process going on. The substance, the elements which came out from the compound. So oil, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. So everything got break down, and at last carbon is left alone. So the percentage of carbon. So based on the percentage of carbon, the coals are divided into different types. The first form is peat. Peat contains 40 to 55 percentage of carbon, and it also contains some moisture and impurities. And the second one is lignite. It contains 60 percentage of carbon. So lignite is used to produce electricity. Lignite, Nilakari. So in Tamil Nadu we have NLC, Neyveli Lignite Corporation. So it is the lignite is used to produce electricity. So it contains 60 percentage of carbon. And bituminous, it contains 80 percentage of carbon. It also has some moisture and some impurities. It is used especially to produce coke. And the last form of coal is anthracite. It contains 92 to 98 percentage of carbon, and it produces a lot amount of heat energy because it contains mainly carbon. We can say it is a pure form of carbon because it contains 98 percentage of carbon. So it is used to produce a lot of heat energy. So these are the few types of coals. And uses of coal. So coal is usually used as a fuel in homes, industries and in thermal power plants for generating electricity. And coal is also used to make different byproducts when it undergoes destructive distillation like coal gas, coke, coal tar, etc. etc. And it is used to make steam to run steam engines of trains. So coal is used as a fuel to make steam, and that steam runs the engine of the steam engine train. and it is also used as a source of organic chemicals. So many organic chemicals are prepared with the help of coal. So it acts as a source of organic chemicals. So next we'll discuss about soot. Soot is black in color. It is soft and velvet touch. So it is obtained by burning carbon-rich substances such as mustard oil, turpentine oil, or other vegetable oils in insufficient amount of air. So when the oils burn in insufficient amount of air, incomplete combustion will take place and soot is formed. Soot is nothing but a black smoke. Soot is formed. Okay, and it is a harmful byproduct, even though it is used in many items externally. We can use it. So it can be used for making black shoe polish, carbon paper, inks, black paint, and dyes. So externally we can use it because it is a harmful byproduct. And it is used in a vulcanization process to treat rubber. So generally natural rubber is not that much elastic and they are soft. So we need to make it more hard, and we need to increase the tensile strength and elasticity of rubber. So vulcanization process is uses soot in order to make the rubber more elastic and make to increase the tensile strength of the rubber. And soot is also used in toners for laser printing. So printing, we need some ink. So black ink is needed. So in toners we are using soot, and it is also used in cosmetics. So generally carbon contents are used to remove the toxins and impurities. So it is used in cosmetics. So it is used in cosmetics. It acts as a cleanser. So these are the few uses of soot. And gas carbon, it is a form of carbon that is prepared by the destructive distillation of coal. So when coal is heated strongly in the absence of air, gas carbon is produced. It is a mixture of carbon gases. So when petroleum products are heated at high temperature in a closed container, we get gas carbon. It is a good conductor of heat and electricity, so it is used to make electrodes. Electrodes are nothing but conducting materials, especially they are made up of metals. So few non-metals are used to make electrodes, graphite and gas carbon. And the next we are going to see about coke. So it's a very important product of coal. So it is tough and porous black solid. It is also prepared by heating coal in the absence of air. That is destructive distillation process. So coal gas and coal tar are eliminated and coke is left behind as a black residue. It is the almost pure form of carbon. Coke contains 98% of carbon, so that's why it is also a pure form of carbon. It is used as a reducing agent in the extraction of metals like iron, zinc, etc. etc. So already I told you what is a reducing agent. So it supplies hydrogen or it removes oxygen. So coke acts as a reducing agent in the extraction of metals, especially iron and zinc. And it is used in manufacture of steel. And coke is used as a fuel, and it is a better fuel when we compare with that of coal because of the following two reasons. One, coke produces more heat when we compare to the coal. So if we take an equal amount of coal and coke, for example 10 grams coke and 10 gram coal, coke produces more amount of heat. And coke burns without producing any smoke because it is a pure form of carbon, so they won't produce any smoke. But coal produces a lot of smoke, so it causes air pollution. Therefore, coke is a better fuel when we compare with that of coal. Okay, children. Thank you so much.